I'm very happy to have found this place. This is BLM land just outside of San Antonio, New Mexico. And it is, well, I'm about maybe 3 miles in, and the area is pristine, surrounded by mountains, and the view is great. Pretty flat where I am, obviously. I got a sunrise this morning, and there's no real vegetation. I did come across some cattle when I was coming in, but I did not hear, other than coyote just before I went to bed, I did not hear any other wildlife at all, and wasn't bothered by anything, except it was just a little bit chilly last night. Probably the best idea that I have ever seen. First of all, I'm in New Mexico, and it is, well, desert, so it gets pretty hot here. And these guys have put up in a Walmart parking lot something I have never seen before. All of these parking spaces are covered at this Walmart with solar panels. So they're collecting power and covering vehicles, depending on the time of day, covering vehicles from the sun. That is pretty cool. Actual VLA, very large array, is down this road about 4 miles, and it's closed. And I don't see any reason to drive down there to come to an empty or a closed gate, locked gate. But one thing that I did see over the last probably, I don't know, 15 miles off in the distance, I can see satellite dishes very similar to that one that basically kind of scan the horizon. You'll be able to see them at a distance. And again, I saw that for about the last 15 or 16 miles, and I would imagine that the PLA has several that are much closer together. But it's pretty interesting how far apart these things are and how they're apparently being used throughout this entire valley. So I've panned quite a bit. It's actually pretty cool. I wish that I had been able to catch the video when it was open, but maybe another time. Here's a closer view of one of the antennas, and you can see a railroad track that's running right along here that runs all the way back down there, and then of course across this street it runs back up along there down to those. That's probably the PLA center. That's pretty cool. And again, as I said, this runs all the way out for like 19 miles.
Whenever you're down out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free.
As you may recall from my previous video, I'm heading out west in order to meet up with Paul. I've been in email communication with Chrome's assistant, but I have not been able to get in contact with Paul directly yet. As I stated before, I'm not real sure exactly where he is, but I'm heading to BLM land just west of Superior, Arizona, in the Superstition mountain range.
From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun
I have to take a moment to just show this beautiful location at which I'm currently editing. I am working. I've got my edit station set up. I've got my little table sitting next to Sarah editing, and I just have the most beautiful location from which I'm working. Sitting next to about a 60 or 70 year old Zagor with the Superstition mountains surrounding. I've got this view from our office today. Definitely can't beat it. The sun's not too hot, but I do have the tarp set up. Got it connected to Sarah, creating a little bit of a roof and some shade for me. Can't beat this office.
Can't you see? You will be free.
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be.
Up until this point, cell service had been pretty sporadic. I received an email from Paul around 4 o'clock this morning, just a little bit before this sunrise was recorded. And it stated that he was almost to El Paso. Ironically, whenever I was in San Antonio, New Mexico, he was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, just a couple hours north of there. So at this point, I needed to make a decision. Was I going to work towards trying to catch up with him, or was I going to blow off the idea completely? Interestingly enough, it was these 3 Chinooks that were flying overhead that kind of helped me make my decision. I remember in my military career, we would shoot, communicate, and move on out. There wasn't anything that would stand in the way of being able to accomplish the mission.
It just cuts us deeper.
In Paul's email, he gave me his cell phone number, so I was either going to work towards catching up with him, or I was going to work towards getting ahead of him, and then contact him and let him know where I was.
Make love better if we both know we'll be together.
I hate immigration stuff. I mean, the 18-wheelers are just getting rolled right on by. They're just all getting rolled on. And we're sitting here stopped. And who knows what this guy's asking, dealing with, talking, whatever. I mean, come on, man.
Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby.
Yep.
We make love better if we both know we'll be together forever. We can be like the trees in the wind. Same old
Ultimately, I ended up driving over 950 miles from just east of Phoenix, Arizona to Kerrville, Texas. Obviously, I wanted to get ahead of him so that I could wait for him at a specific location. I ended up securing a campsite for him to be able to sleep next to me because I knew that he would be coming in later that night. What he and I did not know was that he was going to run out of gas about 15 miles just west of Kerrville, and that I was going to need to come out, get a can, buy some gas for him, and then escort him to the campsite. But we were able to make it, no problem, and settled in for the night. Seems like it's windy as usual, but there's Sarah sitting next to Paul's rig. We're going to see if we can make this van tour happen. ultimately we were able to make that van tour happen. It actually went very well. Paul was a great guy, very personable, and I was really happy to meet him. It's what happened since then that has got me concerned. Since our opportunity to meet up in Kerrville, I was able to stay in contact with Paul as he traveled through the United States, over towards Florida, and then up the East Coast back into Canada. Once he made his way into Canada, I have not been able to contact him at all via the phone number that he gave me, his email address that was given through VanCityVanLife, and I have not been able to get in contact with Chrome or Chrome's assistant. It is as if I have been pretty much completely ghosted. They have the footage. I'm not sure if they ever plan on doing anything with it. And I did consider this a godsend, because this really could have made a big difference in the number of subscribers that I have on my channel. I really am only looking to build this channel so that I am able to philanthropically provide money for some charities that I'm very interested in supporting. As I've said more than once, it looks like I'm only going to be able to build this channel if I do it organically, and obviously with your support. So please like, subscribe, share if you haven't already done so, and just try to get the word out. If we can build up this channel, then there's so much more that I can do. Well, Ladybug's back. I think Ladybugs like Stoops There It Is.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
All the best, always.
Wanna come down to the underground old school? Here's a shovel, can you dig it, fool? Can you dig it?